Hey, happy Sunday, happy Oscar Sunday. Thanks for joining. We're gonna see what we can see around the Oscars. I certainly don't have red carpet access, but really be kind of fun to check out the scene. I kind of feel like Hollywood has a bad rap, and most of what you hear happens in Hollywood doesn't actually happen in the area of Hollywood, but with people associated with Hollywood. Hollywood isn't really here anymore, the acting part, I don't think too much. Now it's just a old industry town, or mill town, right? Where a lot of the mills are gone. Hello. Hey, Randy. Happy Oscar Sunday. Absolutely, if you want to. I don't know how exciting it's going to be. Um, they have like that whole red carpet sealed off. But sure, absolutely. So it's fun that we're going to the Oscars because I have to say, I don't really care too much about the movies. I know it's horrible. Um, it's kind of exciting that they're made here, and it's really kind of fun to run into a filming or a set, I suppose. Um, but the only one of these movies I saw was the Demi Moore one. So I don't even know who's nominated. I know there's a lot of uproar. Oh, thank you so much, Express. If I miss anybody, I'm terribly sorry. I really enjoyed your chat this morning, and I am gonna endeavor to get a set, probably something simple, to try out myself. I'll let you know how it works out. Hey, Monica. Volbeat Nation. I have volleyball on my mind from yesterday. Sorry about that. It is beautiful. I think it's 65 is what this is gonna say. I think it's probably 64 or 63. So, and it's windy. So if the wind sound gets bad, let me know. It says 61. My leg is 99% better, I would say. It still feels a little tender, um, but fun stuff. So we're on Sunset Boulevard right now. Limos have to turn up on Vine so we can check out what that looks like. No, I smacked something with my knee yesterday, and for like 10 minutes, it was pretty excruciating. I feel like I walk into stuff with my shins all the time because I'm never looking down. I think actually doing this has made me look down more often. Famous people are still at home, I'm sure. You guys have to spot the famous people. I think last time when we went to the Grammys, um, we saw like Jaden Smith, somebody else, and I didn't recognize them in the moment. But when I looked back, I did. Um, I've walked to the Oscars. I think Joe and I walked to the Oscars last year. You can get as far as like Hollywood and Highland, um, walking down Hollywood Boulevard. But I think I've lived here long enough, and I lived behind it before. You can kind of sneak around. I I really watch a lot of YouTube. Brave Bull. And then I listen to a lot of podcasts also. And then the radio. I'm currently listening to a podcast about Howard Hughes, the many loves of Howard Hughes, which is, it's called You Must Remember This. It's been on for a couple of years now, and it's like old-timey with a Y Hollywood stuff, which I kind of find fascinating, the Hollywood Babylon era. So here's mine. More old-timey stuff. This is where Schwab's was. There used to be a Schwab sign. There might still be over there. The Schwab's that Lana Turner was supposedly discovered at. I'm not... Yeah. Turn down your TV. I wonder... So I'm pretty good at disappearing and wiggling through people, so I think we might be able to get right up close. We are real time. Well, you are maybe a little delayed because the Prism that I use, the Prism Live Studio, delays it a little bit. It's the easiest way for me to stream in 1080p without having like a Starlink on my back. But what is time anyway? It's all relative. So it feels weird, kind of, to have the Oscars kind of, I know it was delayed, but like soon after the fires. But they are kind of slimming them down, donating a lot of money to the relief efforts, for lack of a better word. And it does boost $130 million into the local economy. It's a really big deal for local businesses. So we need the money. Is it raining? It's gonna rain here on Wednesday. We can test how well the new gimbal works in the rain. Just kidding. I got a big golf umbrella. This is the Montalban Theater, named after Ricardo Montalban from Fantasy Island. You know, I really love Massachusetts, by the way. I did live there for a very long time. And I did move here from there. I will tell you though, having almost zero weather, there's sort of a brain-killing monotony to too much vitamin D. think a good rainy day, kind of cleansing. Oscars starts at 3:30 our time. That's West Coast or America time. I think we're changing that. And then East Coast 6:30. And then if you are on the tip of Maine, I think it's 7:30 in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. I'm probably not going to go home and watch it. Thanks, Nomad. It is. The past couple days have been really warm. Today, again, like 61, so I'm freezing. The street kind of tapers down until it completely blocks off. It blocks off a major intersection. I just walked, sorry, I won't keep saying I gotta keep forgetting that. I love the Capitol Records building. Anyway, I think Showgirls is open right now. I love it. We'll walk by it later probably. I don't know how interesting it's going to be here because we went to the Grammys and we just walked back and forth and saw a bunch of people in fancy dress and then later on discovered people moderately famous. But this is like, Hollywood is a small town that probably really doesn't include most of these people that are going here, but a lot of people work in the industry. I think the Capitol Records building, I was really amazed to see in person the first time. Also, I remember that's because of the Oscars. I think this should be a pedestrian zone all the time. I only saw The Substance. It's my favorite movie of the year. A current movie has got to be really an event for me to see. I saw The Substance at home, but it's really the only movie I saw. I don't know that the musical from Netflix really was too inspiring to watch. I don't really like musicals. Interesting concept, I think. Maybe I just have to accidentally watch part of it one time and be hooked. Take a look at the Hollywood sign. The movie about, and there's the Knickerbocker. The movie about the architect, the brutalist. I feel like it's a similar story to a lot of other movies that we have seen, just with a different trappings. It doesn't really feel original to me. I wonder at what point they're going to not let us walk. It's usually Highland that's fenced off. That's where the end of District 12 is. Just kidding. So the last movie that I saw was Sonic the Hedgehog at the IMAX. It was worth it. It was an event. It was the shaking seats, you know. Monica, when I watch movies at home, I watch like 35 minutes, just enough to get into it. And then the next night I'll maybe watch another 45 minutes, and then the third night I'll finish it. Well, I'm not want to out anybody. Joe really likes Sonic the Hedgehog. I just outed him. There we go. We also watch the series. We're diehards.
Oh, yeah, look, they're letting this black SUV down. That's
Alright.
probably just for like.
It's only because it's a new movie, a 3-part docuseries. I wonder when it takes place. I remember when it was Sullivan Stadium. I saw the ice capades there. I'm just waiting for those. Okay, so we got some. Oh, here is. Alright, District 12 officially begins. I'm gonna try to sneak in here. If I don't read your text for a few minutes, excuse me. I don't know. So I don't know what we will see or what we expect to see. But if you see something, shout it out. I could turn around a few minutes later. You know, I have to say, if I had to choose between the Celtics and Lakers, it would have to be at this time like the Lakers because I've lived here for longer. But Larry Bird has a special place in my heart, for sure. And then I definitely prefer the Bruins to the LA Kings. Yeah, I'm not that into sports. I don't hate them. They mostly ruin my commute. I remember driving home from Wakefield to Jamaica Plain, and whenever there was a game at Fenway Park, or or something happening at the Fleet Center, I don't know what it's called anymore, was the worst. I'm gonna cross to the other side of the street because I can't. So, oh, sorry. I didn't even know the street was still open. I could have gotten hit. The cars keep hitting the barricades. What does TD stand for? Never mind. I love this part where all the cars get inspected. We love Wayne Gretzky also. I mean, as a hockey player. Tourist bus. All right. They have bleachers set up. I did, honestly, please don't laugh. I did try to get a press pass, but I applied way too late. Hey Cecilia, happy Sunday. I just, that's really, I did play baseball when I was a kid on a team, but I just don't follow sports. I'd rather play something than watch something in a way. Also, I really haven't been to a real Dodger game, which I think I should go to. Because maybe that will change my mind. Uh, hey, Julie. Awesome. Who is the Vanity Fair party? Is that Beyonce's Vanity Fair party? I know that the two huger parties are. Oh no, I know. I couldn't even get a pass to this. I was hoping you were going to be there. I think next year. I'm not appropriately Oscar dressed. I mean, I have a nice pair of corduroys on and a button down Oxford shirt, but there's no black tie. I would probably get mocked in the White House. Sorry, I couldn't help it. That was terrible. Anyway, not being political. Lady Love is closed today, so don't even try. Also, everything is closed today. The wig stylist is not on duty. I like to call this the Wigs and Magic block. There are a couple wig stores. So these are all the people waiting to go to the Oscars, but it's still kind of early, so I don't know if these are big deals, but their cars got inspected, so keep your eyes peeled for. Really want to see. I would really like to see Demi Moore, I think, but I've met her before a couple times. Not met her, but you know. Yeah, we are in line at the Oscars. Welcome, welcome. Hey, hey. So it's really crazy because even if you don't know it's the Oscars, there are like a million helicopters. That's an exaggeration, but like I'd say like 4 or 5 or 6 or 20 helicopters over here and a plane with a message on it that says 100 to 300 odds for Chalamet to win. Sorry. I didn't see that movie either. I just not interested in Bob Dylan for some reason. Also, I think I heard somewhere at some time that he was a jerk in real life, so I just decided then and there that I don't like him. Although he definitely added something to the music sphere. Oh my god, it's that blonde lady from the. It is all fenced off. We are officially in District 12. But hey, look, these are actually people going. So this lady's hair is all done fancy. She might be somebody from your favorite CW show. It feels a little Hunger Games, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're cordoned off. I'm not sure how I'm sure they will remember him. Um, I do I think his daughter believes that it was carbon monoxide poisoning. Or bombs. I I don't think I can say that on YouTube. Um, let's move along. It's taken a long time for them to search. That was a shame. I know Farrah Fawcett made a few movies, but I kind of think of her as a Emmy kind of person to remember. Oh my God, it's the guy with the beard. If you guys recognize anybody, please, I won't. Hey, Michael Franco. Happy Oscars Sunday. It's our, I guess the gay Super Bowl, although I don't know any of the teams. Oh, I didn't read that yet. I think I read about the carbon monoxide yesterday. I'm eternally paranoid about that, by the way. I look more like a forest service worker than media. We tend to wear a lot of dark green and navy. Alright. Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm just overwhelmed by the star power here right now. Joking. Interesting, Brave Bull. I really hope that's... What a cute dog dressed for the Oscars. It's kind of weird to see. I remember going to Greece. Oh. Let me know if it comes back up. It should, but also we're probably in a really high traffic area. It looks like we're at 100 kbps. Let's see what we got here. There we go. It might, yeah, there, thanks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and chat. The likes help the channel, and we can get a second link up. Alright, we're getting closer. I wonder if it's dead ends here, or you can make a cross here. I do appreciate the support so much. I appreciate you guys hanging in there while we went dead. I mean, you know, frozen. Oh, the LAPD brought out their military. It's not. No, thank you. I feel like in the olden days, It was not fenced up. I think like the two things that changed America and the world, 9/11 and COVID. I mean, we went to a star laying, star setting, I don't know what you want to call it. And we couldn't even get close to see it. Oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna get to use the whatchamacallit. There's like a extension for this. I want to see. It is, but almost as locked down as the Mindy Kaling Star ceremony. What movies are up for the Oscar? Mildred Pierce, Love Boat, the musical. I have no idea. The Bob Dylan movie, the movie with Demi Moore, The Substance. Um, yeah, let's get a little closer. Oh, actually, yeah, the guns are crazy, actually. Especially like the machine gun. Oh yeah, Wicked, which I did not see.
Try it out.
Let me know what you see. The substance was crazy. Um, it was almost as crazy as what was that? Necromancer, I felt like, which definitely obscure. Everyone looked so good in red. Yeah, the Brutalist also. So this guy has a telescope. I want to watch Nosferatu actually. I don't know if that was nominated. The metro station is definitely closed. There's a commuter or a shuttle bus I saw. Hey, BD, it's 99% better. We're waiting, Dan. You got to tell me when you see them. Yeah, it would be odd for a horror movie to get Best Picture.
He's good for it, but like, it's still a lot. He notably lives relatively freely compared to other stars. Okay, here we go. Has he signed his mega contract yet, or is he still on Twitter? He signed a mega contract. Like last week.
Hey, Tecate. Sorry. We ended up going to Venice yesterday. Joe is at home being the moderator. Remember the red carpet starts at 3:30.
No, that was a thing.
There's parking under the theater. I wonder what's happening. I don't know why I did that, but hey. Someone I recognize. That's all. That's the only actor I hope I see. Thanks, JK. Maybe tomorrow when they're pulling it up. Whoa. remember when I first moved here, I saw Robert Downey Jr. shopping in. I forgot the name of the store. Lowe's? Like a discount store. It'll be interesting to see the tribute. I think it would be a clash for Joe. It's an orange base red, and he did blue base red. Sorry about the poll. There's some evening gowns. That's all I can make out. Well, they cordoned District 12 off right here. So you can't pass Highland. Sorry. And that's the tent. We've walked through it a couple times. I'll bet people are probably taking secret prohibition tunnels over. Kidding. I think, oh, this is gonna really sound like a grandpa, but there's no mystery to a lot of these people anymore. So you could know anything about anybody. And the movies are all superhero movies. Or, which I think in the case of The Brutalist, a script where they just changed a little bit. All right, we'll announce anything exciting. We see exciting, so you can come back and peek. I wouldn't go because I wouldn't want to have to dress up. There's our plane again. Oh. I don't remember it. I don't know, you're not asking me.
Oh no, this was Raphael's thing. I honestly could not care less. I think I'd rather see the television on stuff. Yeah. But also because Conan was hosting, so I'm happy to go back. Just a few more minutes, just see if we can glimpse something exciting.
No.
They once had a special prize.
Like 700 people, normal people, get raffled. You definitely wouldn't
I
be
think they're
buying
valets. The red shirts, the red coats. Everybody wants to look humble. Said they borrowed old Lexuses. Lexi? Oh, it's just getting good. Hold on. Was that spam? I thought it was an advert. For sure. Sorry about the cellular lag. Definitely overloaded network.
Something this stick right here.
Uh
Where
huh.
did you get it?
Amazon.
Amazon, and what's the name of it?
It's a Hohem M7.
Can I take photo?
Uh huh. But this one is kind of, oh, it'd be good for your phone. If you have a small phone, it's too much.
Oh, it's too much.
Well, but you have a,
That's an
yeah, you have the
15.
big phone. Yeah,
So
it's
this
good for
is-
the big phone. The other one, if you use a cheaper one, it like kind of motor burns out. So this one will handle that many grams.
Oh, okay.
This one?
Yep. Uh huh.
A model?
M7.
You took a photo.
I don't think it shows the model. Uh, M7. Yeah. You're very welcome. It looks like I'm back for now. Till I get we're trying to walk back over there. I just ended it and restarted it, so we'll see what happens. Looks like the signal's a little bit stronger, so which unfortunately restarting it is a weird.
So what are you filming?
Just for YouTube. All right. All right. Let's see if we can wiggle back into. Ooh, sorry. Our spot. QQQ is great, by the way. And QQ. I second the QQQ. I have some QQQ. I wonder how it will perform going forward. I mean, it's still doing pretty well. I'm getting out of the signal. Yeah, the second you start walking away, it stats. Close. The part of Hollywood that is near and dear to my heart. Bear with. I'm so sorry. I think that area is just a vacuum for cellular. It, literally, the closer I got, it would just go down to like 100. I just walked away from there because I won't be able to maintain the signal because it is really congested. It keeps bumping me off. So I figured we would walk around Hollywood. We did see somebody in gowns, right? The Grammys were a lot more Wi-Fi friendly. So I'll go back and make a short of nothing. I don't think we really saw too much there, but the beginning and some black SUVs arriving. So that's fun. We're gonna walk along Highland for a few. You know, thank you, Brave Bull. I actually do. It's really good for your legs, your heart. This is a place where they used to store old films, or it's a hotel. It's really weird and creepy looking, and I didn't realize somebody was standing there, but it looks like the kind of place you would have a studio in, or unalive someone in. Ooh, SUVs up ahead. Thank you so much. This is Hollywood High School. Can you name any of those stars besides Brandy? I can. John Ritter is around the corner. He gets a whole wall. Oh. John Ritter has his own wall up the side. Let's see if we can walk closer. I'm gonna try to eke up this way. I don't know that we're gonna see anything, but we'll at least be moving. Let's wave. Let's stand behind these people that are screaming and waving something. Maybe somebody will roll down their window. And we just want to see John Ritter. Hey, happy Sunday. So we're like kind of coming up to the corner where we just were. So I might have to back out if I watch the signal go down. So for fun, if we get back up there and the signal goes down, I really would love to take you to a super crazy building, which is a couple blocks away. And there's John Ritter on the other side of the curtain from Judy Garland. So let's go down into Hollywood, or like the neighborhood, off the boulevard of broken and dreams come true. I really don't think I can name all of these people. Carol Burnett, Cher, of course. Rudolph Valentino? Is that behind Judy Garland? I don't know that guy, the guy with the mustache. Samuel Jackson, Lana Turner, Dolores Del Rio. So I'll keep you focused over here. Keep your eyes peeled for any waivers. It'll be awesome to see Judy. Never mind. So I don't know how far this is blocked, but it doesn't matter. We've got a much better signal. So happy Sunday. Oscars are on in a couple hours. I think we learned that in the chat a couple times. I saw this lady the other day. I love this spirit. It's awesome. I actually was going to use a picture of her for my thumbnail.
When I was a non-believer, I took an evolution class because I was completely lost. I was looking for answers. I took an evolution class as a non-believer, and I was like, that ain't true. That is not true. You got to be able to think for yourself. You got to be able to have critical thinking.
It's funny that somebody's trying to sell you an organized religion and asking you to think for yourself. Huh. It's a false dichotomy, I would say. So we are on Sunset, I almost said Santa Monica Boulevard, still blocked, but I think we're going to be able to cross a little further down. I'm hoping. Oh, we can. It smells like Thanksgiving turkey. There's to Fountain. Can you walk down to Fountain here? Okay, thank you so much.
Just don't get hit by cars.
Oh,
I don't know, maybe in Brazil they cross in red. I don't know. Might as well go. We might as well
all right. They'll go first anyway, right?
Don't tell them.
I know. All right. So we made it through one street. The wind, I'm wearing the coat. I'm definitely wearing my I like to call it a windbreaker, but it's not a windbreaker. It's a beautiful day, a brisk day to be out. I don't know that I would want to be in a gown outside because it's really windy and that could blow up in the air, Marilyn Monroe style, but it's a beautiful day to be out. And I'm so happy to be walking now. Sorry, I wanted to take you to the Oscars. We got kind of close. We lost our signal, and now we're walking. So, it looks like they've torn a block up here. I haven't driven up this block for a while. The only thing that's crazy is I feel like there's a disproportionate amount of sirens going on today. What is going on here? Whatever's happening, hey, Jesus, or Jesus, welcome. I'm glad you're here with us. Thank you for joining. We were just up by the Oscars. We kept losing signal. I do have T-Mobile. I just want to let you know that. You can see the protest on, oh my God, I'm literally just walked into a wire. A protest on Santa Monica and Highland. Dude, I am a block above Santa Monica and Highland, because let's go check it out. Thank you for the tip. And also, It's good to see you, solo casting. Thank you for your live stream yesterday. Of course, I didn't catch it live, but important stuff. So BD, I think, is blocked from Wilton to Orange, and then it goes down to Thank Me Too. I was getting antsy. Long Beach GP is coming up on April 11th. Maybe I will go there and cover that. I've never gone to Long Beach Gay Pride. I feel like I could probably get extra crazy there because nobody knows me in Long Beach. You know, but people like to see stuff, you know? If I were somewhere else and we're chatting with somebody that live streamed and they're in a city that something was happening in, I think that would be cool to see it. I don't know. I also, if I probably weren't live streaming, I wouldn't have gone to this. So I love it. Oh, we've been to WeHo before, for sure. Yeah, Cecilia, I'm back. We had to kind of give up on being up there because every time I would get back to where the stars were, oh my gosh, this place recently burnt down. I don't know how recent, but I think I drove by here the other day. So we want to go this way, but I have no signal. Is Fat Sal's good? I have never gone. But I saw a commercial for Jersey Mike's the other day where I have been, and they were like squirting the, whatever you want to call it, Jersey Mike's sauce, the oil and vinegar. And it looked so good. That guy just honked at me because I was crossing the street per the cops, our police officer's directive. All right, whoops. Santa Monica's down here. The place I want to show you is just after LaBrea, so this will be a fine disruption. When I first moved here, I lived right over there on Fountain, and I would come here on every Friday, Jack in the Box. With my check. I'm kidding, but probably. That sounds awesome, JK. I've wanted a tortilla press forever. I mean, and when I say that, you know, I could probably pretty easily get one. But I would love to make my own tortillas. I thought Fat Sal's was like a sub place, or like a sandwich place. Hey, I want to thank you guys for hanging in there with my bad signal. I don't know that having a secondary line to pair with would have changed that area. I'm going to look up a recipe and see how hard that would be. I kind of love cooking when I'm inspired to make something new. All right, we're looking for the protest. Joe, did your mom ever make tortillas? Sorry, he's not with me, so I'm asking him. I've never made them before, but I love kitchen equipment. And so, oh my gosh, is that another Fat Sal's? What is up, LA? We love our Fat Sal's. I'm almost to Santa Monica and Highland. I probably could have crossed. The walk signal is kind of confusing. There's some shit going. How do we cross? It's hard to tell if you follow the traffic rules or not because so much stuff is blocked. I just want to cross the street so I can check out the other side. It looks like some stuff is going down. It's a classic, right? I think there's some stuff going down on the other side of the street. We get to hear a little everything but the girl before we cross the street. You know who makes tamales a lot is Trisha, who's not here because I hope she's driving all over Washington in her new car. Oh, who is this over here? Jessica Pondessa? Thank you.
No problem, guys.
All right, let me know if the sound changed because I just did the plug-in. Because we are at 25%. I don't think this is the protest. Ooh. Very quiet, I will say. I'm not sure. I think, isn't that... Let me know if the wind gets bad. We're really not sure, but it looks like there are a bunch of people up against the wall. Well, we have cops on horses too. Well, his voice definitely matters. I'm not sure what he's protesting. But I mean, we have seen the cops a couple blocks away with military equipment and machine guns. Agreed, Summer. I think they're arresting people for protesting the Oscars, actually. I mean, I see a few protest signs that say Hollywood. I mean, they're not protesting the Oscars. I think they're... What are they protesting, actually? Do you know, Solo Casting? I can't quite see the signs. Oh. Oh. Thank goodness I checked my charge down to 15%. Could be just the current climate. We're gonna... I think it's like a pellet gun, or it shoots. It does. So we came in at the end of this, so I'm not really sure what we missed, but we'll move on for sure. I respect the right to protest and free speech. Yeah, well, if that beanbag hits you in the right spot in the chest, it's gonna stop your heart. So it's only lethal maybe if you shoot it at somebody's leg, which not usually the case. There are some swanky food options nearby, actually, but a lot of stuff is closed. This place on the corner, definitely open. I think it's a little beyond my time.
One block down they're open. We're just arresting a bunch of protesters over here, so that's why they started up at the Oscars and we chased them all the way down here and we finally boxed them in over here. They wanted to vandalize limousines and start acting crazy.
Okay, so the scoop, I don't know if you could hear. Here's a little fun. I'm gonna get ramen on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I'm gonna go get ramen. I watched Clay's live stream for a little bit last night, and he was in Little Tokyo, and I kind of wanted to go to Little Tokyo yesterday. I love udon. I wanted to go to Little Tokyo yesterday pretty bad. But instead, we went to Venice, as you know. I love Pulp Fiction. All right, I'm gonna cross because I can. All right, I'm gonna walk through to LaBrea. I'm gonna clip the mic back to my hat because I took it off. So apparently the protesters, I listened to the police officer talking to the woman who was waiting for an Uber behind me. and they corralled them there. They were up by the Oscars. And I'm going to go to Little Tokyo for ramen. I have a screenshot of the place that I'm going to go to. Clay walked by it last night, and it looks pretty fun. So Wednesday, also like getting ramen in Little Tokyo, I know there's plenty of places I can take it out and eat. Oof. I just really love Little Tokyo. I've been to Silver Lake Ramen a bunch of times when I lived a little closer. Last night we were gonna get ramen, but again, I'm gonna get ramen on Wednesday. So we got pho. Big difference. It is a big difference, actually. But I can't remember the place. We got Uber Eats because we were tired from our walk. I can't remember the place that we got it from. The flavor was kind of muted, and it was really skimpy on the beef. I can bring you ramen home in a Ziploc bag, Joe. It held my chicken sandwich. I think ramen noodles are kind of different. And the broth also. I love Vietnamese iced coffee. Or Thai iced coffee. Or Thai iced tea, which I had recently. A couple weeks ago, we went to the Thai night market up in Hollywood. And we got skewers because we're not very experimental. We just know what's good. And we got a Thai iced tea. And then we're with another person, Joe's brother, and he got some kind of fancy fruit drink. I forgot what it was called. Well, because we always talk about food and what everybody's having for dinner. I was going to ask Cecilia what she was cooking earlier, but I felt like I was too trapped in that little spot to start talking about food. Although there was a lady selling, what did we call them yesterday? Deadly dogs? Danger dogs, right behind me. The thing I love about Little Tokyo is it still does have cool shops. It still feels alternative. Hey Ruben, happy Sunday. We were just Oscaring out, and by Oscaring out I mean getting blocked out of the signal. Yeah, I don't need the runs. I'm sure they're gonna tear these little cute places down soon from the 1915. Or maybe not, there's somebody living there. But how? I love those huge windows. I just wouldn't feel safe with that kind of window so close to the sidewalk in 2025. I'm just gonna plug in. Give me a sec. There we go. All right, I gotta keep my eye on the meter because I plugged in. It said it was at 15%. I plugged in. I think the cord might have gotten a little loose, so it's down to 10. This is the only place I've ever ridden a scooter, is this neighborhood. My friend, and it was on Thanksgiving Eve. My friend Nicole was house sitting over here, and at the time, she was like, come over for Thanksgiving dinner, or dessert, and Joe and I took a scooter over here. Sorry, when I stop like that, it's not because I'm like senilely forgetting, it's because I'm starting to read the text. But it makes me forget what I was talking about. I only rode a scooter once. It was amazing. I felt like king of the world. but it's kind of scary. So we're gonna do a loop here. We're gonna go up to Sunset and then loop down the other side to find this cool little thing. But I think a couple weeks ago we were on a walk, and I remember seeing this pharmacist when I worked in Beverly Hills. Every day he would ride a folding bike to his car and fold it up and drop it in there. Pretty cool. So anyway, one time when we were doing a walk, I said, "Wow, I want to show you where the Muppets are from," and we actually didn't end up doing it. So I kind of wanted to check it out for myself because I know it's been purchased. I walked into a coffee table this summer. I know this sounds not like me, but I wasn't anything drunk or high or but I went to Akbar on a Wednesday night and it was something disco night. And I guess they stick like this platform or coffee table really low, about 14 inches off the floor, in the middle of a dark dance floor. So I am not running out, but I'm walking out really quickly to get a spot under the air conditioner. And I slammed into that coffee table, which has scarred my shin for life. And I'm pretty sure it just like ripped down to the bone. That's what I imagine. I'm not afraid to roller skate or rollerblade or skateboard even, but skateboard without the tricks. But the scooter, it just goes really fast. Hey, Timmy is on delivery. I I tend to bump into a lot of stuff, but I never actually fall down. So that's why I'm good on roller skates. When I ride the train, I never touch anything. I just stand using my balance. Well, we ripped out our Central Park in the 50s to build a parking garage, Pershing Square. It was also originally called, I forget what it was originally called in Spanish, but before it was that, I think it was called Central Park. I still think, looking at the old pictures of Pershing Square, that you probably couldn't roller skate too far there. Oh, still like one little thing up. There we go. So this building's crazy. It kind of looks like the new Tesla cafe, which they're building down the street. You know, I kind of love the idea of sticking it to the man by riding a bike somewhere and blocking traffic, to be honest with you, except for if I'm the man getting it stuck to and I'm trying to get home. Tesla Cafe is on the corner. Do you remember where Shakey's was on Santa Monica? I believe it's Orange and Santa Monica. It is right there. I think we're gonna walk by it. All right, okay, cool. So on the last walk we were in this area, I had mentioned that I wanted to take a look at the Henson Studios, which are right here. It's kind of magical Tudor style buildings, which I guess John Mayer just bought. And there you can see Kermit the Frog. I love the Muppets too. And then also, guess what? This was actually a Charlie Chaplin studio. So, I'm glad they leave the gates, but the front lot is closed, but I need to go inside. There it is, home of the Muppets. They're probably having a party here tonight for Muppets that were Oscar nominated. All right, let's go back. Oh, up there used to be the El Pollo Loco that Brad Pitt worked at. The El Pollo Loco isn't there. I guess he danced dressed as a chicken. I loved the Muppet Show. I think it was on Saturday night. Like there's a whole block of TV shows on Saturday night. It was like Solid Gold, Sha-Na-Na, Hee-Haw, which I didn't really care for, and The Muppet Show. Also loved Sesame Street too, Joe. And The Electric Company. Timmy is busy today. I watched a lot of PBS and whatever you could tune in without cable. So, WLVI channel 56, channel 38, the ones that showed cartoons. And then on a good day, I used to be able to tune a Worcester TV station in. And my parents, pretty smart, would not let me have cable in my bedroom, so I could really only watch ABC. Or on a good day. Oh, we also had we called it the French channel. But, so maybe after 9 o'clock at night, we had a channel 9, but we also had a channel 9 that came from Canada, which was CSH from Quebec. So we called it the French channel. And also, they're not as uptight about nudity in Canada. So it was an opportunity to see nudity on television. And I want to thank you, Canada, for that. Because I love Canada. Soul Train was on in the morning. I remember watching a couple of midnight specials actually too, but I was really young when the midnight special and Don Kirshner was on. But I have since watched a couple of them. I just wish that the quality was better when they save old TV stuff, because sometimes it's painful to watch. We're gonna go down to Santa Monica. Well, after America got the Hayes Act or whatever it was, and then lost the Hayes Act for the movies, we still never got really over our nudity. We've always been kind of uptight. Remember the parents, the PMRC, the Parent Music Resource Corporation? I don't think it stood for that, but they were the ones responsible for putting like explicit labels on records. Hey, DC. Happy Sunday. I remember also I feel like they had more, maybe they do because I really don't watch that much television, but I remember they had like, they would have like a rock concert every once in a while on TV. I remember there was like an Olivia Newton-John one and then a Kiss one. Those are the only two I remember. Maybe they didn't do that. I think I was a free range kid, so I could totally buy whatever I wanted. The parental advisory never held me back. Also, like, I was allowed to see whatever I wanted, which meant that I didn't see everything. Frugal Carmen. Green, there we go. I remember seeing the Mod Squad on Nick at Night, I think. I also met Julia Child a couple of times towards the end. She lived in Cambridge when I lived in Boston. And we did a book signing. I think a couple book signings, with one with her and one with Jacques Pepin. I love the Partridge Family. That Mondrian bus was iconic. So, ooh, there's a lot of motorcyclers up here. We need to go this way anyway, so why don't we check this out? Motorcyclers, motorcyclists. So I don't know if I told you this or mentioned this or I started talking about it and reading the text, but those protesters were planning on destroying cars and stuff. And so they corralled them in that spot that we saw them in. This is always fun. Hopefully nobody looks out for me. Woo! Oh no. I definitely want him to hold on. They're going to break out of District 12 and get into the Oscars on our behalf. Wait, Nomad Homad is confused. Let me go back and see. Yeah, they said the police officer, I guess the cop is fine, had told the girl who was waiting for her Uber behind me that they were going to throw stuff at cars and destroy, vandalize stuff. I love a mini bike mob, unless they're doing bad stuff. They're just riding and having fun. I think that I dig that. Oh, I'm so sorry about the ads. We were at, the thing is, we've started this over so many times, so I don't know if it shows up as like three, whatchamacallit? Oh my god, I just almost walked out into the street like a person that fell off the building. Um, really stupid. The ads have just started, like as soon as I hit 1,000, and they end up making a little bit of money, like a very little bit of money, but I guess it could add up.
What is it, blog?
Yeah.
It's online.
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, we're just at the Oscars and we're going to check out a building over here. Yeah, so I hate the ads and I encourage you to fast forward them, but I like the money they provide, so skip them. At the middle of the month, I probably will go in and try to strip some of them out of there. Um, I just didn't know what they would look like, so I let them pick the kinds of ads. But it's an opportunity to go to the bathroom, and it's a live stream, so unfortunately you can't rewind. But if you come and tell me there was a commercial, I will repeat what I just said. So here's Oprah Winfrey's studio over here, which this used to be, I think, Warner Brothers. It's super cute. It looks like a little old studio, or just what you would expect it to look like. Again, thank you so much for hanging in with me during the hiccups. There's the Formosa Cafe. If you are ever in Los Angeles on a vacation, you have to go here. It is a classic. All the greats ate there. I went to a party here, but I actually haven't eaten there, but I was so happy to finally have gone inside of it. It's been on the verge of closing so many times. So we're like on the edge of West Hollywood. I'm kind of dying for dim sum also. We also talk about that a lot on this channel. This cafe here, or bar here, Jones, somebody crashed their car into it. I can't remember when it was opened, but it is really cool. It's the Formosa. Like, so there's the Formosa, there's Warner Brothers old studio, down the street another studio. It's like full of pictures of the greats. So a car hit this place and I was like, it never opened up, but it does look like it did open up. I love it. So after we go see this magical place I'm about to show you, we'll walk back by on the other side of the street. West Hollywood is up ahead, but I don't think I'm up for that far of a walk. But if you'd be interested in seeing West Hollywood, let me know, because I really haven't walked there yet. And it's got some fun stuff. So this is Poinsettia. I'm either one street off. Well, I think I'm right. All right, let's walk up this cute street. WeHo is incredible. I think the more interesting part, though, are some of the neighborhoods. Hey, Manuel. I think today walking in West Hollywood's off my my radar. I'm actually in it, sort of. So when I first moved here, I was probably bored, maybe stoned. I was walking around the neighborhoods, like checking things out, and I came across this place which isn't in any book. And for one street over, I apologize, but it's still an opportunity to see a cute little neighborhood that you've never seen before. Or maybe you have. I think the target is called the West Hollywood Gateway. The problem, I think not the problem, but with West Hollywood, I would want to probably start at the other end and go east, because between here and there, there's a lot of uninteresting blocks, I feel like. Maybe not. I'm really loving the fact that the signal has been at least 55 kps since we got away from those horrible Oscars. So this is a really weird, Poinsettia is a really weird street that kind of loops around. And has a weird, really weird exit. I love that house, that's pretty cool. That looks like a kit house that they built a second part on. I just wouldn't want a window that people could peep in. So when I first moved here, again, wandering through these neighborhoods, because it's really cool, I came across this place up ahead. You can kind of see it. This is called Normandy Towers. I'm only whispering because there's a dude across the street. Normandy Towers. Historic building. In 40s, before things had to be regulated. I mean, it's for the better, right? Things don't come tumbling down. This is built by Charlie Chaplin, a movie set. And at one time, I was looking for an apartment, and they had an apartment open here, and this would be like a crazy ass place to live, I think. And the apartment for rent. I wish you could really see in, but private property, no trespassing. So I guess he used to have rendezvous here also. I'm gonna peek over the fence like a creeper, but I'm not trying to do anything bad. Can you imagine living there? I mean, first of all, that is Normandy Towers. So this is built by Charlie Chaplin. It's supposed to look like a little Normandy village. At one time in my lifetime, you could actually just walk through that gate and see it. I looked at an apartment here, but it was the round apartment of the turret. And it was really small. So, yeah, he definitely was. Every time I'm doing research on something that is before the 1950s in Los Angeles, Charlie Chaplin was there. Like Charlie Chaplin slept here, or Charlie Chaplin partied here. And I'm listening to a podcast about Howard Hughes right now. The internet is a cruel mistress today. Let me know when you can hear me again or when it's moving again. I feel like the internet has been very cruel today. A cruel mistress to have. Great. Sometimes it also doesn't clear and tell me that the connection is back, so I just quietly walk. Sorry, so I don't know if you saw that. I hope you saw that. It was a Normandy Tower. Warner Brothers Studio, original studios across the street, the Oprah Winfrey Network. Let's cross the street and get a little closer to that. It's kind of a little art display right there. I am going to be doubly careful crossing all streets. Again, thanks for bearing with the signal. I think I really explore getting a secondary phone within the next couple of weeks. I know, I remember watching when the Scientology stuff was going on, and we would be watching Streets, who we saw today sometimes, and he buffered a lot. So, this could be a death wish of a cross, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Wish me luck. You can see the person that hits me if they hit me, and they're not. So, little fenced off Warner Brothers. So, I don't know where the plaque is for this. Yep, I'm still zoomed in. I don't know where the plaque is for this. But the old Warner Brothers. It's an homage to the silent movies, though. Oh, the plaque is over here. And you can peek in through these little things. I'm gonna put the camera there. I don't know what's in there. You tell me. Oh, the lens is on the other side. We have to... Oh my gosh, the Oscars awards are live! Anyway, I'll look in. Oh. Cool. Actually. It's these items in a film, in action. I missed a lot of new comments, I'm so sorry. Why am I talking loud now? I don't know. I'm trying to show some level of excitement. I've learned that whispering really doesn't work also. I've tried it. But thanks for letting me know. I will talk a little louder, lower. I'll start screaming. I won't really. So that's the Formosa. Oh, I'm really just joking around too because I really need feedback on sound quite frequently. All aboard. Right across the street here. More of the old Warner Brothers studio. Oh my god, Oscar's live on, but it doesn't say what they're live on. And what's that first icon? Is that an iPhone 6? I don't think you can watch the Oscars on an iPhone 6. I'm joking about an iPhone 6. Well, that wasn't really an Oscars announcement. Again, the text, the chat just scrolled back. They're out to steal my viewers, those Oscars, but that's okay. So maybe this isn't Oprah anymore. It's just the lot at Formosa. You know what was filmed here? Was that show with Lisa Kudrow on HBO. I think it was a web series first. It's probably because I used Oscars in the title. They probably think I'm an agent. I'm glad you're there, Joe, to block them out. But all it says is Oscars live on ... with a picture of an iPhone 6, a clapboard. I can't remember what the other two icons are. If you're going to tempt me away from this live stream with an icon of an iPhone 6, not going to happen. I'm just kidding. If I were really into the Oscars, I would be home right now watching them and live streaming from my couch. Maybe next year I'll do that. And I'll get on my treadmill while I do it. I don't have a treadmill though, I have a stepper. So it'll be like walking. We could do a green screen behind me. That's funny that you mentioned that. I had researched a Charlie Chaplin trail. It might involve getting in the car a few times. And Errol Flynn. So we are just going to keep on walking back east. Down Route 66? No. I think we'll walk the back streets because we don't do that often. There's a bunch of old, I don't really know much about this block, believe it or not, but those are old studios also. You can tell by the roof. It's really also crazy. Yeah, he does. This was like a cement company for a long time, like with a big cement tower on it. I have a bunch of pictures of it. And the property, when it had the cement building on it, looked so much bigger. It looks like a really small block. It was a Cemex company. We're on LaBrea. I mean, Charlie Chaplin you can trace to downtown, to Hollywood, West Hollywood. You can also up the coast. I forgot there was a place that a lot of celebrities in the 30s and 40s used to have rendezvous up PCH, and I can't remember where it was. It was before Santa Barbara. So this area has really come a long way. This building to my left where people are exercising, I don't want them to think I'm filming them, although I'm not using film. Used to be vacant for a really long time, and I thought it would be the coolest place to live because it's got those huge like factory windows. And so, oh, it's a super gym. Yeah. You know, one of my biggest regrets is somebody once gave me a coupon for Burke Williams, a gift certificate for Burke Williams, and I cannot find it. I'm pretty sure it's digital. We're on LaBrea. LaBrea, I think we walked LaBrea before. Jet Rag is right over there. This is kind of like a skatey clothing area, but also some vintage stuff you can get here. It's a little windy, so excuse my wind. I do have the noise thingy on. I don't know why I can never remember what that's called. Noise cancellation. So that big pink blob down there, that's Pink's Hot Dogs. I don't know how clear that is for you. Excuse my wind. It's not personal wind. Our old 99-cent store sad. You know, the crazy thing about Pink's is I used to drive by it a lot on the way to work. And if you were at that red light and your windows down, it just smelled so hot doggy. So I do miss the 99-cent store. I didn't get a lot of stuff there, but at Christmas time, tape, wrapping paper, an extension cord, or batteries. Good for Kieran Culkin. I like him. I wonder why. I heard that the Pick and Save people were going to take over the, whatever you want to call it. They were actually going to take over the 99-cent store and try to do something with it. So this little hipster street. We got a record store. We have lots of people in white sneakers. So now I like to go to Miniso for stocking stuffers. I always like to go to there because they have cool, like Japanese-y things. But you know, like, I've been shopping there at the 99-cent store for 20 years. It's kind of sad. Which movie was he in? Sorry for asking. I've really liked him in something I saw him in, or I've seen him in a couple things. It's kind of got that, yeah, feel to it, sort of hipster feel. I can't tell you how many people I've almost hit at that intersection back there because they literally just wander out into the street. So I really tried not to take Willoughby too often, which is the street we were just on. Well, the 99-cent store, the guy that started the 99-cent store, bought things in a way that was crazy. Like, you would just go and buy like a warehouse full of Butterfinger flavored hot chocolate or misprinted shampoos, and that kind of made it interesting, you know, because it's scavenger hunt like thing. But when you start getting things produced for an outlet, it is less fun to shop at. I remember for the outlets. Oh, freeze frame. Hey, Cruz, you are a genius. We already went to the Oscars. We usually do a walk cruise. And so we're in Lower Hollywood. We were just checking out a really cool old Charlie Chaplin building. Our Wi-Fi, yeah, sorry. Our Wi-Fi didn't last up at the Oscars cruise. So we're having people scream out who won. Thank you so much for joining. If you're here and you're not, my call to action would be like, sub, chat. But please don't thumbs down. You can just write a nasty comment. Who dan? Wait, I missed that. I think for the 99-cent store, like 2 people bought it. Like, it was sold twice. And the next people didn't manage it the way that first guy did, who sounded like a crazy Gideon type. which Crazy Gideon is an LA legend. There is the Tesla Cafe. I got grapes at the 99-cent store, and I got bananas at the 99-cent store. Once I bought sour cream, and I don't know if it was psychological, but I just felt like it was too tangy. I only know Crazy Gideon's from like, I did not live here when Crazy Gideon's existed. I only know it because it was like really like a skit. Somebody talked about it on the chat the other day. So this will be the Tesla Cafe. Did you ever experience Crazy Gideon's? All right. So it looks like the building, the orange building that we saw back there, or Xanadu. I can, whoa, there's the ground. I just jerked the cord. Hold on, I'll fix it in a second. I just want to cross the street. Tesla Cafe. This used to be a Shakey's. I think that cafe might be on shaky ground. Thank you, JK. I try to be careful. That was my hand catching the charging cord. I'm not sure when it opens. I feel like it's been in that state for a couple months. Woo! I don't know how I knew about Crazy Gideon's though living. Did they like spoof it on Saturday Night Live or something? Like those commercials were famous. And he was like nationally famous, Crazy Gideon. Yeah, we can't bang up my knee again. We have these buildings all over Los Angeles. They're storage buildings. There's a public storage building behind this public storage building. But at one time, people threw parties during Prohibition on the top and events up there. There is sometimes a taco truck. So little secret, hey there, little secret, I don't know what he said, little secret parties up there. And I don't know how this gas station stays open, but I got gas yesterday and it was literally, it's $5.49 here, it was like $4.59. It was 90 cents cheaper. My gas for the month, probably. I always feel like mainstream stuff ruins everything. Like we have a favorite artist and all of a sudden, for years they've released records and they have a hit. And anytime you're like, oh, I really like so-and-so, they're like, oh yeah, that hit. I've not ever walked up to the Hollywood sign. I think you have to go a lot of off-trail. And I remember once walking up Griffith Park. I am going to go up to Griffith Park live, though, because AT&T sponsors the Wi-Fi there. So we'll be all set. I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, so one time, talking about Griffith Park, there are all these hiking trails that lead off of Griffith Park. We took one, and there was this lady walking the trail maybe like, well, I don't know, 100 feet ahead of me. I don't really know how many feet that is. This guy has been here for a while. It used to be called Croissant Time back in the Tangerine days. In fact, there used to be like a Triple X bookstore back there. Oh my god, the Oscars are live on. I saw a trophy, an old 50s TV set. I just want to see the icons, Joe. Now, this one's been here for a while. I've gone to Trejo's Tacos. They're really kind of expensive. And he is definitely a celebrated Angelino, but he does make expensive tacos. Where do we go to the Trejo's Tacos? Maybe at the Grove or the Farmer's Market? Well, they say the H is haunted because that's the letter she jumped off of. But, and that's, so you can, there's a secret way to get up there. I started telling a story. I was hiking Griffith Park. There was a lady up ahead of me with a giant Darth Vader visor over her face and white gloves on. And she was doing some kind of crazy movements with her hand. And I walk really fast, so she was 100 feet away from me, 75 feet away from me. I just wanted to pass her. But before I could pass her, she put her hands up in the air, stopped, and this rattlesnake just crawled across her path. So, I've seen rattlesnakes a couple times. And that's why I really would be scared to go off trail in Griffith. Yeah, I don't like wild animals. Another time I was in Griffith, I will definitely go to Griffith VD. I just have to do it on a, not the observatory. I can do that on live, but I'll do a Griffith 4K video this month, so you can check it out. Street tacos is the right price also. I've seen a rattler crawl across the path up in Griffith Park. I also was in Griffith Park another time, and I'd seen coyotes, of course we all have. I've seen coyotes in my neighborhood, and I live in the lowlands. It's kind of weird. Another time I was in Griffith Park, and I was taking a bunch of pictures with my dog. I had a tiny Chihuahua that someone gave me, lovely dog. We're taking a bunch of pictures, and then I go look at my screen to check some of the pictures, and there's literally like a mountain lion cub, and then 2 of them, and then 3 of them. So I'm like, shee. And I've never walked so frightened and fast in my life. Sidewinder, there's a black diamond rattlesnake. When I was growing up in New Hampshire in the Northeast, you really don't have that much poisonous stuff. You have, I think, copperhead snakes in the swamp, and that's it. Oscars Awards live. It's in a stadium. Oh, these icons are wrong. So we see a red Dixie cup, an Olympic award, Joe. Yeah, lucky until they pounce on me. There was an episode of, I almost said Three's Company. There's an episode of Three's Company where Jack got killed by a mountain lion. Kidding. There's an episode of 6 Feet Under. And you know how, I don't know if they did it, I watched the whole run of that show, but at the beginning of every episode, somebody would unalive. Sorry. And one guy was like running up in what looked like a Simi Valley kind of place, and then all of a sudden, mountain lion pounced on his brain. Right, mountain lion stock. As much as I love P35, I never wanted to run into them. God rest their soul. The last episode was incredible. I loved that show. Also, I started watching it before I moved to LA, and the first season of it was a little wonky. They had like weird commercials for formaldehyde or a hearse at the beginning. And I feel like the drama part of it was so great, and that took away from it. But as the season kind of matured or moved on, it really was lovely. I love lions. I have no problem with them. I'm happy they're there. I just don't want to run into them. Oh my gosh. Lyme disease is really big in the Northeast. I know quite a few people that have gotten tick bites. One of my sister's really good friends went through hell for years. Cecilia, I see you asked who my favorite character was. So the mother was my favorite character, Ruth. Ruth kind of reminded me in some ways of my mother, not the silently suffering part, but just sort of the way she looked. Look, it's my shadow. You can see my curls sticking out. It's like that girl is giving you a tour of Hollywood. But the more we experience climate change, the more we're going to see Lyme disease. Who's this little guy? So scorpions are really dangerous when they're younger. A couple of years ago, I went camping in the Channel Islands. You take a boat out there, they dump you off, they come and pick you up. Really, you're on an island. They did have bathrooms. And the island we stayed on was called Scorpion Island. And that was no joke. I, growing up, had only seen a scorpion inside of a piece of lucite that somebody brought back from an Arizona vacation. But tons of baby scorpions all over the place. Did not get bit. Yeah, it's terrible. But I think unfortunately, we always want to be a little upbeat, but we're going to see some more tropical diseases as things get warmer and warmer. I love P&J Liquor, which is no longer open, but they still have their old-fashioned phone number on there, HO3338. I think it was in a movie, too. Okay, Buster, you are watching me. I feel like the spiders have gotten crazy. I've also never saw a black widow in my life till I moved out here. When are you going to Arizona? I've only ever gone to Arizona, please don't laugh, in August, which is miserable. I worked in Beverly Hills and we had an electrical cabinet outside and the building was from the 20s. And I had to like turn a breaker on or check something, and I opened up this cabinet and it was full of black widow spiders. I had never seen one in my life. We also have lovely wolf spiders out here too. I hope that I hope you get to see some UAPs. Wolf spiders can bite you and take a chunk of your skin out. I had a friend who lived in an apartment on Fairfax, and almost Sunset, and wolf spiders were infested outside of his window, and they bit him. He had to have like a chunk of his leg scooped out because the poison just ate away. There's a term for it, fasciitis, something like that. I'm not sure. And I had a friend whose dog got bitten by wolf spiders. I had a friend who had a chunk of his leg taken out because of a wolf spider. So, new topic, now that we're done with spooky spiders. I'm trying to come up with something to change the topic. Oh, look, a Waymo. We're gonna ride a Waymo soon. We'll do live streaming for that. Unless that one hits me right now. I'm in Hollywood. I could probably... I'm on Route 66. Hollywood and Vine. Kind of where we started off. I always read like the news stories in the morning, and for some reason I usually go on Apple News and flip through that. I went on Google News and it gives me kind of better science-y, weird news, and one article that I did not read was aliens are all around us in a parallel universe, which kind of freaked me out. Are there any spring festivals? There is. March 22nd is the parade in Chinatown. I am really excited to go to that. It's another parade that I have always wanted to go to, the Golden Dragon Parade, 122nd, I think, or 27th. And then we're always on the lookout for stuff that's going to be kind of fun for Sundays to do. There aren't very many Irish people here, believe it or not. Actually, I always found it weird that there's not like an Italian section of Los Angeles, because a lot of Italian people lived here at some time. There's a museum. I also want to walk through Huntington Park, Hancock Park too. I'm Irish. I will definitely have green pants on that day. On St. Patrick's Day, I have jury duty though, which I'm gonna try to get out of. They do. And they also have, like, there are a couple of Thai night markets, which we've gone to the one in Hollywood a couple times. So there's always, like, tons of stuff to do. I don't know. I've been on jury duty a bunch of times. How will I get out of jury duty? I'm not sure. I just won't shave. I'll let my hair stick up. They won't pick me. I did get jury for a week once. And I had a job that I didn't love, so it was fine. It was a respite from going to work. And it was great because that job was not a 9 to 5. So for 1 week, I got to be somewhere at 9 and leave at 4:30. And it's great because it's our civic duty. I really loved being on jury duty, but right now I'm not into it. Maybe in a couple months. So the case that I was on was a gentleman who was suing a sushi restaurant because he got found bone in his sushi. And he was suing them. He was suing them for like $100,000 for every minute that he was in the ER that he thought he was going to die. I think he was kind of a swindler. So I definitely so the backstory was he was a devoutly religious man. He was an Orthodox Jew. He was in the Israeli army, and he was eating at a non-kosher sushi restaurant. So I feel like saying I'm really religious, yet eating at a place that is not kosher kind of gets you out. Makes me think that you're scamming. And there were a couple of other things. So he was in the Israeli army. You have to be fearless. Can't be afraid of a chicken bone a fish bone stuck in your throat. Also, I don't eat sushi a lot, but you have to accept some responsibility anytime you eat anywhere that somebody is going to have missed something. I think if I would have actually made it to my last jury, I could have been picked for the A$AP Rocky one. But I went a day late. I'm kidding, I probably never would have gotten picked for that. I think I remember that you mentioned that before, BD, about your jury duty. I am jealous. Excuse my cough. We are behind Paramount Studios almost. That's another place where when you walk in front of it, the signal dropped last time. The one time I got jury duty, I actually never got the money. I feel like my job paid for unlimited jury duty, so maybe that's why. At least you don't have to take vacation days for jury duty. So, yeah, well, if you're getting $50 per day, I guess you're gonna have to take vacation days if you have that. How much is that? That is nothing. They'll probably cut that down because they're trying to align the economy. So it'll probably go down to 25 bucks a day. I cannot imagine two things that I couldn't imagine: making $50 in a day and being on call somewhere. I remember when I worked at the Gap 100 years ago for like one summer. I was too punk for them. They had I forgot what I was gonna say. I'll remember. Oh, on-call shifts. There we go. So they would give you a shift that would be on call, and you would have to call an hour before to find out if you were working for 4 hours. Like, it would just suck up your whole day. Or you would work a shift that was 4 hours, and the second half of it would be on call, so you wouldn't know if you were going to have like a lunch break. So Hollywood forever, cemetery. We didn't get Banana Republics in New Hampshire, I don't think. So you would have to go to, for sure. We walked through there once before. I want to walk through there with, a guide. Retail does suck. Unless you run your own store. I've had retail jobs working for companies that were excellent. And that was selling things that I really liked to sell, and they paid okay. I have, on my phone, I have like an EVP doohickey, and I would love to use it on a ghost walk for sure. Except I use this phone to film. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just get a secondary phone, not so much for streaming, but just for having, so I can text Joe or find something online as I'm walking around, or use my Metro card. Yeah, customer service, it can be really bad, but a couple weeks ago I went to Staples and Office Max and live streamed. I needed a cord, and the guy was super helpful, and they were young. I think younger people, not saying anything about younger people, I love younger people, just that would be working in retail, just didn't grow up communicating with people the same way people who didn't grow up in computer times do. Sorry, that's... I also want to try it at the Pacific Theater, because that's supposed to be haunted too. I want some proof. Yep, There's an Office Max on the corner of Fountain and Vine, actually. And they give great service. Also, Dave's Hot Chicken, the one near my house on Western. I don't know where these kids came from, but they're bright, friendly. Lovely. Kind of like, I feel like In-N-Out employees are really overtly cheerful and friendly also. I love Dave's Hot Chicken. We go there like once a month. It's not good for you, right? So sometimes I try to recreate it at home. I use, instead of a hot sauce or hot powder, I will crush up, oh my gosh, a rat, a dead rat, sorry. Please don't look, don't look, don't look. Sorry. What was I talking about? Oh, I will grind up like hot Cheetos and mix them with panko and bread the chicken like that. So good. I also used to get signs printed all the time, and I would go to Office Max, and they were pretty helpful. It's really like the last Blockbuster. Poor Mousy, or Ratty. Oh my god, is Little Caesars closed today? No, they're open. So I got this recipe from Woman's Day magazine one time waiting in the dentist, or maybe it was Redbook. And what I'm going to tell you, you're going to kind of be grossed out, but I really take the chicken and I dip it in mayonnaise, and then I put the breadcrumbs on, and I put it in an air fryer, or I will saute it, and it comes out like fried chicken. You deep that fried. The mayonnaise makes the chicken really moist, and I'm not wasting my precious eggs. I also have some really nice panko with I think sriracha in it, which we sprinkle on stuff all the time. I like to dip stuff in cornstarch too. Like when I make when I do stir fry, I always dip the chicken pieces in cornstarch or run them in cornstarch because it like grabs the sauce better, locks the moisture in, and it creates like a crispy coating. Pork chops and applesauce. Yes. No, we're not having pork chops. Although I would love a pork chop. I use it, yep, to thicken the sauce. I love chicken fried steak. That is a great, with white gravy. Well, white gravy is kind of gross, but I love it. I don't know how long we've been walking today. I think I did 45 minutes, then we rebooted. Now we're at an hour 45 minutes. Or almost 2 hours. This is like a 5-hour stream. I started at 2:22. Damn it, I did not turn my stupid watch on, sorry. Oh yeah, okay, it turns itself on. So according to my watch, what? Sometimes it turns itself on its own. It says 2.29 miles, but that's definitely not correct because it's 2.5 miles or so to Hollywood and Highland. So it must have just started after I started walking from Poinsettia. I try to sleep well. I go to sleep with no problem every night. So usually within 15 or so minutes of my head hitting the pillow, I am out. And I wake up at maybe like 5:30 or 6 without an alarm. I retired a couple of years ago. I've worked since then. And when I say retired, it's sort of tongue-in-cheek, but I've taken every couple of years, I get so sick of a job, I end up taking time off. And during this time, I just got up when the sun would come up. It just woke me up. And so I continue to wake up like that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. I also got a lavender plant for my bedroom, which is pretty nice. You know, what's good for Michelle Obama is good for me. And if I get up early, I have a couple hours to myself before Joe gets up and gets ready for work. I forgot what kind of introvert I am, but it's the kind that likes a little thinking time. I think there are 4 different types of introverts. I'm probably 2 of them. But a thinking introvert is one of them for sure. 2 pair of pants for 25 bucks. You know, Cecilia, I used to be able to sleep in all the time and would stay up late. I just can't stay up late anymore. Before walking 10 miles a day, I pretty much were doing probably 6 without live streaming. Average. And I think that alone helps to make me fall asleep. Exercise also. I wish I exercised more when I was much younger, but I cannot tell you what exercise does for your brain. It's kind of amazing. I feel like when I have a really good exercise in the morning, like I'm kind of mentally ready for more than I normally could handle. Also, meditation is really nice. I haven't done that for a long time. I'm not going to keep whispering. Also, watching YouTube, getting that blue light does not help for sure. When I am looking at stuff on, I don't often look at my computer phone. I don't often look at my phone in bed. Not because I'm a superior person, but because I usually fall asleep in 15 minutes. I can't remember the last time I couldn't fall asleep for a long period of time. It's probably when I had a leg cramp, which is the worst thing in the middle of the night. All right, we're gonna be at the 101 and just at the tip of Little Armenia. Just if you're sort of the last XXX corner in town, actually. We were talking about that earlier. I've read that. Also, like the blue light does, it ages you. That's why Millie Bobby Brown looks so old now. I'm kidding. But actually, she kind of looked like Ivanka Trump. Or what was Donald Trump's wife's name? Ivanka? In that picture that everyone was talking about. It smells so good here. I don't know what they're frying something. Delicious. Maybe I'm gonna come back here for dinner. Right. I thought that the picture of Millie Bobby Brown that everybody was like saying she looks so old, going on 40. She really did look like Ivanka Trump in that picture, a young Ivanka Trump. But the hairdo, the dress. And she's a 21-year-old woman. We should not be talking about her. Her looks. I cannot imagine working at that level in this industry. I think definitely self-conscious making. Always being scrutinized. And then Brave Bull and JK, here is our Tiki Triple X Theater. We're not going in. Whoa, sorry. That was the chips. There's our... It's really expensive, that theater. You can see the prices outside. I've never gone in. And then we have this really cool candle shop over here. They have candle classes. I've never actually walked in there. They look like they're too cool for me. Just kidding. I remember, sorry, when I just dropped something, I heard it. Oh, when I was a teenager in Boston, on Tremont Street, on Washington Street, was a red light district, and there were tons and tons of old theaters there that had been converted into blue movie theaters. How is The Apprentice UK? I don't love reality television all the time because, especially the games where people start pitting against each other and you see literally just the worst of human beings. So, traffic is not looking too bad on a Sunday night. Welcome to Little Armenia. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you so much for bearing with as we went to the Oscars. That was definitely an experiment. I feel bad for anybody who joined this channel and thought we would be like face-to-face with Nicole Kidman. But we had a really awesome walk. I'm off tomorrow and Monday, but on Wednesday we're gonna go to Koreatown, sorry, Little Tokyo, and get ramen at this restaurant that I saw on Back in the Clay's walking channel last night. So thank you so much for being here. Have an awesome, awesome day. Sorry about the commercials. We'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you.